have a look at what Jon Stewart's been up to. This lovely playlist that came across my desk. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Enjoy, my friends. America isn't over its racist history. This is the his show, The Problem with Jon Stewart. So the whole playlist of the problem with white people, and he has plenty of clips here. I watched the first one and almost puked, but at first I thought it was satire. Like I thought they were like, I thought it was a bit, like they were like all at this round table and they were making fun of woke people. No, they are 100% like, they are 100% serious about everything. So there's plenty of videos. I don't even want to watch the Leslie Jones one, Racism, the Spectrum, in case you guys wanted to understand the racism spectrum. Looks like Cory Booker's on here. Dismantling racism is patriotic. And here's the whole, 16 minutes of the problem with white people. I don't know why we keep going through all this and why, we have someone like Jon Stewart, talking down to us. But, and there's plenty of examples in here where they're like, oh, what do people say? Like, I wasn't alive and, I didn't own a slave. Like, you're not oppressed. Like, you live in America. And like, they make jokes of this stuff when it's, these things are, I don't know about you guys, but I think we live in, and I think Sheep, you said it, we live in like the best possible time right now. You live in arguably one of the best, if not the best country on the planet. And you have every opportunity to make something of yourself. I mean, I even watched this funny video of this TikToker who's like a classic like victim pusher, and he's like, why is America the greatest country in America? And like, he's trying to like get dumb MAGA people to stitch him, right? But inadvertently, he basically like answers his own question. It's like, America's the greatest country because it gives you the ability as a victim pusher to be successful and sell stupid t-shirts and coffee mugs and sell people their own oppression. Like, that's why it's the greatest country. It's because we allow you to do this and we make fun of you for it. So yeah, I don't know. I was going to play a quick clip of this show and just to give you an idea of what is being said and how you'll notice that it seems like satirical at first. You'll think like, oh, this is just a funny thing, but it's being put out by Apple TV Plus. So in case you want to subscribe for this, here you go.
Officer, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion, of course, and it was a very stressful job.
Oh, such a stressful job as a DEI manager.
What did you do? Like, what was your purview?
Preparing presentations, making sure people knew what the definition of racism was, like just so that everyone knew what they were accountable for.
And that alone was hell.
Can you imagine like someone stepping up in front of a presentation and saying, this is the definition of racism? Like, could you imagine like just, what, take that hammer and hit me over the head with it. It would be much more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Like these people seriously have a job.
Right. Of course, because people wanted to be like, why are you making me feel bad? I'm trying. And I'm like, I'm literally defining a word. I'm Webster today. But it was such a stressful job. And
I don't even really want to play all that much more. But that right there where they say like, where people are getting upset. And then she's like, well, I'm just defining a word. And they use that as if that's your unconscious bias talking, right? Like they talk about how like, well, that's part of your racism because you're getting mad right now. That means you don't like people of color. Like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on this sort of thing? Like, do you think this has any, do you think any of this playlist has a good place in society right now?
Only for the future when we make jokes about it.
Great fodder.
I mean, people are going to look back. I swear people are going to look back on this in 100 or so years and think, these people were crazy. I mean, granted, a lot of us look back on it and think that now, but it's not going to, it's just, they're going to be even more ridiculed in the future. Once we've come to a point where it's over this crap, we're going to be good. Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah. Sheep, what do you got? What do you got for us? as our token black man.
Also, you need to put sheep back in. How could you? You
did he?
racist.
Oh, he got. I'm like, why is it so silent in here?
Yeah, you know me. I'd always have something funny to say. That's why I was saying it in the back.
he dipped out so he wouldn't get in trouble for what he said.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I was definitely slinging all kinds of racist words.
I just like it bothers me, you know, especially I just think I find it hilarious that like Jon Stewart of all people put this out. I mean, I guess he's okay because he has a table of mostly people of color, right?
Oh no, I would expect something like this from somebody like Jon Stewart. Not in the sense of, oh well, you know, he's Hollywood and he wants to keep his career, but just in the sense of like anybody who leans any level of left has some level of like that I've seen, at least that I've seen. Anyone who leans left in that aspect has not so much racism, but that whole pandering mentality where it's like they have to like kind of bend the knee to a specific agenda, and be it race, the fucking gender, or what have you. Like they all have that innate feeling to just go, oh well, you know what, I don't want to step on any toes. It's like, fuck it, if your toes are in the way, they get stepped on. Like,
right.
It's that easy. I personally, I would have hoped that Jon Stewart would just not do something like this in general. Just be like, all right, well, I know what my stance is with this. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Well, he's
like,
already
all right,
been in
cool.
trouble recently over calling the J.K. Rowling. I don't remember are they goblins? Calling them a Jewish trope, even though that's
they're the goblins, pretty much.
Yeah.
They're like Dobby and the rest
the
of the
guys
ones
who
that
run
look
the
like
bank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're like not house elves. I think they're like elves or goblins. One of those.
Yeah, I think they're goblins. Yeah.
Those guys are cool.
Yeah.
It just kind of goes back to the whole like everyone's looking for like that their 15 minutes of fame, and
right
for you know, as far as that goes, and Jon Stewart here, just it looks like he's just pandering, right? He's just like, hey guys, I'm making this show because I just want you to know I'm not racist. But
well, I can tell you this much: he made his the screws on his, like, I guess the threads on his screws may be cross-threaded or whatever, but they're not completely unhinged like Stephen Colbert's. That man's lost all respect for himself.
Doing vaccine dances and stuff. Oh, like,
it was
what?
embarrassing.
What the hell, man?
You know you're in an embarrassing state when people look at you and go, dog, why?
Right. Well, and you know, and Silver posted in here, you know, power plus privilege equals BS definition. I don't think it's BS. It's BS when they apply it strictly to like white people. They say white people have power and privilege, so that is you're capable of racism. But the problem with that is that plenty of people who aren't white also have power and also have privilege. One of those people is actually in these videos. Like, he's like someone like Cory Booker. Like, he's a senator. Like, he has privilege. He has power.
Cory Booker is, I wouldn't say he's black though. He's, or whatever the hell he claims to be. He's like that in between where it's just like, you know, he's kind of like The Rock when he first showed up and nobody knew what the hell he was. It's like, we can't exactly say you're white, but we ain't gonna exactly give you anything else right now. You just stay right there. Just give us a minute.
Well, he's it's the unfortunate thing is I feel like falls in that like you said, that really ambiguous area where if he says one wrong thing, he's fucking canceled because they'll pull that card. Well, you're not fully black. It's like, what?
He's gonna get Obama'd.
Right. Like, it's just bizarre, and that's the problem with these oppression Olympics. It becomes, you know, no one passes the purity test. Like, it almost no one does. Very few people are like, you know, most people here who are claiming to be oppressed are like, you know, 6th, 7th, 8th generation American. Like, their whole family's been here for 400 years.
I can give you a little list here. You got Kaepernick, you got Bubba Wallace, you got Juicy Smollett, a famous French actor, you got Elizabeth Warren, you got Kamala Harris. Like, you got what's his name, Martin Luther King, or they call him Malcolm X. Like, there's so many,
Yeah.
there's so many people out here that claim. I guess this what is this no generation person who was just complaining about Will Smith and Chris Rock, whatever her name was, no
Engage or whatever.
yeah, engaged or
Not
something like that.
engaged. Yeah.
Yeah, not engaged. Like these are people that want to find something to either A, grift off of, or B, find some level of relevance in their own personal lives with. Like these. Like there's a void that they cannot fill, and they will pull anything in order to satiate that. It's destructive.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, man. I just, I wanted to follow this up with the Will Smith stuff because it just kind of goes with what we were saying. Like people just they want to find they want to be oppressed and they want to feel important in some way, and it's unfortunate because I feel like the opposite is so much better. Like when you look at yourself as a privileged American, and the problem is that the label of American has become so it's become a pejorative, right? Like someone says, "Oh, I'm American," and like, ooh, like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, don't say that." And like, why? Like, I'm just proud of where I live. I'm proud of I'm proud of all the opportunities that lay in front of me. It's not a perfect system.
Forget the fact of being an American. How about just being alive in general? It's like there's some people out there who don't make it to the ripe age that we're currently at. There's some people that don't have all limbs. There's some people who can't think as fast. There's some people who don't have as many toes, or like they have some kind of like social disconnection by way of like not like social awkwardness or anything like that, but just like a mental disability that prevents them from having a conversation with people. Like there are people who don't have like what would be considered a functioning human yeah, pretty much. It's like there are people that don't have that, and you're sitting here from what I would consider to be your ivory tower. Like you have all your working digits, you can think fast, you can, you look good, you got all of this shit going for you, and you're sitting here saying, well, stop oppressing me. Like, what the hell what are you talking about? You are in the privileged section, and you're sitting here talking about, oh, well, from my side of not being from like, I don't know, my privilege or my new privilege or whatever the fuck you're talking about. Like, how about you get your ass up and work? I'm gonna take a page out of Kim Kardashian's book. Bitch, not literally, but like get off your ass and work. Go get a job. Go bust your ass. Go get hit in the back of the head with the handle of fucking a pallet jack, like I did earlier today. Like just get up and like just go work. Earn your keep. Don't sit here and complain about what other people have. It's stupid. Like the more you complain about what other people have, the less you focus on what you have and what you can build on.
Right.